Okay, we're looking at another week. Are we second week in May? On this table, I've started a whole new set of certain starts that I had indoors. And I've had to restart and restart again. Mr. just brought my verbena from the nursery because that's where I have to get it. I did for the first time in my life see seeds. One of a YouTube gardener had seeds, a nursery actually, but I've never seen them grown for seed. But I have had one flower, but only one, and that was several years ago, like the second year. The second year I grew it, but that's neither here nor there because I've tried to turn a few people onto it. Yeah, nobody's interested, so this is a starter of Kahuna string beans and then my other string beans that we grew last year because I'm going to grow those. Those get about 2 feet or so tall. So I'm going to grow those on the deck in the corner planters. Those corner planters and also the one in the middle. So I'm going to have 3, 6, 8. And I'm going to, if I have any room up here in planters, I'm going to do it up here. But I have too much new stuff that I'm trying to grow in this year, so I'm not going to have room for all that type of thing. But yeah, I have my Kahuna string beans. They're going to go out into the brick bed. And I have my regular string beans that I grew last year that will be that I will be growing here on the deck for easy access. I have my Go Big, Grow Big okra. I specifically went for a larger variety of green because the regular spineless green I got last year gave me one okra, although I grew 3 plants. I have my roselle, and that's struggling to pop this year. Let me hurry up. I see right now I'm about to make this take longer than it needs to. I have some onions coming up on the other side. I don't know what's happening over here. Let's see. I have my green onions. They're about spent. More green onions. I suppose to have some cilantro on either side and also opal basil in the middle, but that none of those have popped. I want to have a herb planter back here as well as in the front so that I can just collect. My new thing is just to collect enough of a harvest to keep me to hold us for the winter for fresh herbs, so that I don't have to. That should no longer be the primary herb. Basically, the primary herbs I cook with are herbs I should no longer have to buy ever. That's how I feel about it, and that's how it is. I have these random violas popping up in different spots, and once they do start to flower, I will actually pull them and place them where I want them to be in the garden. It'll be on the corners of those green beans. This is my Jamaican Cherry. I watered her yesterday, and she doesn't seem to have liked it. She was doing okay, you can see here, But then, and I saw this was bent, to be fair. So it's probably going to die off. In fact, I'm going to cut it off and see if I can get it rooted. But it's beautiful. I don't have any flowers. I'm happy with it, I guess. I don't have any flowers. I don't have any fruit. I don't know if I will this summer. I should. It's a super fast grower. I want to say allegedly, but it's a super fast grower. And it did really well for the overwintering. And so I don't know what it likes. I don't know if it prefers a drier soil or a wetter soil. Right now it looks like it prefers a drier soil because after the watering it looked really, really nice, and now it looks like this. So I'm kind of convinced that it doesn't like wet feet. couple of green beans in here. There's a bird in there, in the evergreens there. They know how to get in and out. We really like us, see? There she is. She's on the, she just flew down. You probably saw her. Here's Kimberly, and she's doing well. She definitely prefers the summer heat and sun, as you can tell by the new growth up the center. These side branches were affected. They needed to endure that struggle, I guess, to survive that cold snap that we got. Dirt, basically. We'll talk about what's coming up when it comes up. Here's Sungold. I just got her another cage. Hopefully she won't need as much caging as Cher needed last year, but we shall see. Oh, let me show you the rest of the table. Viola's there. And you see this? This is what I mean when I say Mother Nature knows what she's doing, and your seeds will pop when it's time for them to pop. This is what I mean. So this is Cher, and what had happened was I planted Cher a couple of months ago, a month and a half or so. Look at my baby. Hi, son. Can y'all see him? Hi, son. Hi, son. I love you. Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. If you put your harness on, you can come outside. So I planted a couple of the Cher, and I just did a couple because the seeds were fresh. You know, I had just planted and harvested seeds last season, so the seeds were still quite fresh. And I just planted a couple. Well, after about a month, they didn't come up, and I happen to know that I can plant a tomato seed, and it should pop in a couple of days, right? So I planted a couple of them, and after a month, nothing still came up. I didn't want to waste another pot, so I used the same pot, and I planted a couple more. After a couple weeks, there was nothing, so I just planted a good 4 or 5 last week or so. And look at all this. So this lets me know that most of these are the seeds that were already in there, just sitting in there idle until they felt the atmosphere was right for them. Now they have popped. Same thing happened with these peppers. You can see the yellow ones have popped first. And I did go in and replant all of these other ones because they're the ones that I mostly wanted. The yellow ones were the ones I was least interested in. And they're the ones that are most eager to grow, apparently. But yeah, I put my Ajvarsky, I put Adgie here, and these were the little bitty small sweet peppers. And I planted yellow, red, and orange. And I primarily wanted the red and the orange. And then I changed my mind because for red peppers, I'm going to have Adgie and Dulce this year. Oh, did I want to grow pimentos again? I don't know, but I've given my pimentos to the people I wanted to give them to anyway. I still have a few seeds for myself in case I want to grow them again and collect seeds. But anyway, I'll sit down and discuss all that in a pepper video. We'll do a pepper video in and of itself, right? This is the purple sprouting broccoli from Super Sly Fox, and I put 3 in there, and all 3 of those things just popped immediately. So I know she must have gave me some fresh harvested seeds from last season. But I am obviously going to grow them. I'm going to grow at least 2 of them, and maybe I'll just keep the other one in a small pot to see what it will do if under particular constraints. Anyway, these are my peppers. I have the small red, yellow, and orange. Only the yellow ones have popped. And here are my Ajvarskis I also got from Super Sly Fox. I also got from my Botanical Bay, Super Sly Fox. And those are not popping. And I'm concerned about them because I only have a few of those seeds. So, I don't know, they're being stubborn. And because they're being stubborn, I replanted them right here. And another thing I redid was not take my popsicle sticks because y'all look, I tried taping my popsicle sticks, and at the first rain, it didn't even really take a rain. I just watered them, and it actually made the water wick up into the popsicle stick, and I don't know, and I can hardly read my labels now. Now you see this one? I didn't put tape. Oops, where are we? The glare. This one, I did not put tape on. See? See how you can still read that? But there's ones that I put this tape on. The ones without the tape. That's red mescaline and beet greens. What's this? I don't know because I can't read it because I taped it. What's this? I don't know because I read it. I can't read it because I taped it. And what is this? I don't know because I can't read it because I taped it. Actually, this was spinach. And I pulled them up and I actually took them inside to see if I could keep them alive because I never got any spinach. Just FYI, I never got any spinach. I need to do my whole video on that as well. Never got any spinach. Hopefully you will get to see what these are pretty soon. I think I'm gonna not water them. Maybe that'll force them to pull that whatever moisture's left and pop up out of there. This is sungold. I gave her a nice sized trellis. I hope that's all she'll need because that's all I'm giving her. I still didn't show you guys this. Oh yes I did. My Rabina. I finally got move this water to this end now. I'm pretty sure this is mustard green. I'm not growing those. Those are like a cabbage worm magnet, and I'm not here for that. Here's my collards. I got my tree collards as well. I have some more collards that are growing up there. I'm going to take this out of here and put it up there just so you can see that my onions are coming up. This one here, you can see it laying down there. It'll stand up in a little bit. I have one here. These are red from Super Sly Fox again. These are the red Acostas red onions. And I planted those quite a while ago and they're just now popping up. I put my Jamaican sorrel in there and nothing is happening. But to be fair, I knocked the whole damn thing over and just kind of scooped the soil back up in the pot. So I could have fucked that whole thing up. But I have some new ones regrowing. Thinking about putting my tree collards back here. I'm going to put one there and one there. So that gives me a spot for 2 of them. I think I want to get some peas to climb over there. Or not, you know, peas don't like the heat either. But this side actually gets quite a bit of shade. I'll figure it out. You know, I think I'm gonna go ahead and grow my perpetual spinach as opposed to the Swiss chard, the red Swiss chard. Even though it's all chard, but I'll get into that in a little bit. Huh? What'd you say? What'd you say, son? Oh, oh, say it again. Huh? Okay. All right, here I come. I love you. So here's the Mr. Ginseng Ficus and his money tree. Ginseng Ficus, like I said, is just doing okay. It's not thriving, but it's definitely not suffering. Yeah, not sure why it's not bushing out nicely though. His money tree, how on the other hand, is being great. You know, I'm going to water it again shortly. I'm thinking about putting it in a larger pot and maybe letting it be great as a front room plant, but I don't know. I'm actually considering also having a snake plant. I'm gonna call it what we call it. Y'all know we used to call that plant the mother-in-law's tongue, okay? So I want a mother-in-law's tongue for indoors because y'all know it takes nothing, needs nothing, pretty much. But, you know, it occurred to me, why don't I grab a piece of the hostas? Now, especially now that we know it's edible as well. Not that I plan to eat any, but, because I'm not an asparagus person anyway. But, yeah, you never know, right? Oh, but hostas need heat, don't they? Do you know anybody with an indoor hosta? Because y'all know I am not scared to be the only one. I think I'm gonna try to propagate a hosta inside. But here is the spinach that I brought in because y'all know spinach is not about that heat life. And this one was actually started to bolt. So I really just want to see if I can succeed, see yet again if I can succeed in growing them indoors and just through with the window. I know it probably won't work, but I want to see. You know what? I'll wait. I'm going to wait till these start looking really bad and then I'm going to do something else maybe. Oh yeah, and I didn't tell you about what's gonna be my primary pepper. That's gonna, you know, like I'm the Cali queen, and I'm gonna be this particular pepper lady too. I'll tell y'all later, cause y'all know colonizers be doing stuff. They be paying attention to stuff that they act like they. Colonized people be paying attention to stuff that they act like they're not paying attention to, so they can do what they do. So I'm gonna chill on that right now. Bro. What makes you feel like doing stuff like that, sir? Mr. just got installed us a new screen door, didn't he, baby? Yes, he did. Oh, it's just a little chilly out here, but I'm not gonna put a jacket on because as soon as I get in the sun, I'll be on fire. This is my peppermint pot. It didn't come back, so I'm probably gonna pinch a little something from somewhere, but you ain't heard that from me. Oh, these are half of my my purple collard tree cuttings. These are only half of them. You'll see this, I have Yeezy sprinkled out here to protect everything. Because we had a rain and then it didn't rain for a couple of days. So, you know, when it dries out, the animals get comfortable. These evergreens, let me step back so you can see. They wanted to take over these evergreens up at the top over here, and then they were in these evergreens on the side here. Oh. Just saw two laying over there. There's one there, and there's one that laying right on the ramp. Anyway, I'm just out here showing you a bunch of nothing. Tomatoes in front and a moringa in the back. Tomato moringa. This is my herb planter. Nothing has come up. I planted several cilantro on both sides, and in the middle I planted my opal basil. Nothing has popped. Absolutely nothing. I may replant everything. I have cucumbers here. Nothing has popped. I'm learning that my Jamaican cherry does not like wet feet. Don't do it. It just started drying out and doing all these kind of shenanigans right here. And that's when I first brought it out. I wanted to make sure it was well watered so that it could harden itself off for outdoors, and that was not good for it. This one is just broken off. I wanted to just try and root that because that just so they're just an ugly looking leaf. But yeah, this one was suffering as well, but since I let it kind of dry out, I was considering mulching it at the top, but I want to be able to look in there and see anything that I need to at the stem until it gets as established as I want it to get. Yeah, these leaves are sticky, so I imagine they will, a lot of things will get stuck on it. And I also imagine that there will be pests that normally would bother trees that won't bother it for that same reason. So this is my black krim. It seems a little bit on the stagnant side, but I did just feed it. I may water it, I don't know. Tomatoes really drink and feed a lot. Peas that have not popped. I'm going to put these are tenderets I grew last year, and those I'm going to put on the deck in different spots. The big kahunas I'm going to grow in the brick bed, as you'll see shortly. Viola stalks in there in the middle. Most of you know that'll be really pretty in another few weeks, another couple of weeks actually. This is my purple sprouting broccoli that has indeed been doing its thing. It needs little, if any, attention. The only one of my peppers that wants to pop was the yellow. I'm not going to water this anymore. I'm going to let that dry out and see what those seeds do. This I have Ajvarsky here. A couple of more black krim tomatoes. I might have 4 there. And this is my new pepper. And actually I'm going to have 2 new peppers. I have 2 new peppers. Fuck it. This whole thing is new, isn't it? I've never grown Ajvarsky. I've never grown this pepper. I've never grown the other pepper I'm getting. And I've never grown krims. So, yeah. This is the sungold. Another one of my beauties I got from the beauty that is Super Sly Fox. I had a neighbor. Yeah, I just had a neighbor walk by. So I had a neighbor walk by, and I know she's curious about my garden. So when I get quiet in a mug very suddenly, that's generally the reason. So yeah, this is a sungold. Very happy in the sun. I'm excited to try those because You know, I hear a lot of people say a lot of things about a lot of tomatoes, cherry tomatoes that are sweet, but I'm sticking with my black cherry. But meanwhile, I do want to get more seeds from the sungold because I'm a fiend, and my girl, she probably had limited number of seeds, so she bought them from the where she gets her seeds. And when they tell you they send you 10 seeds, they send you 10 damn seeds. So when she shares them with me, I only get like 4 of them, and I do the same thing with her. When they only send me 10 seeds, like she can't get more than half of them, cause even if all of them pop up, anything could go wrong. So, um, you take your 4 seeds and pray they pop, and if they do, I want to say baby them, but in some cases you don't baby them. Salad bed doing a whole lot of nothing, child. I need to get my stuff out kicked off. But I do have one of the moringa that's popping up. Very, very happy about that. And so I need these 4 to pop up as well. Just pop up. Pop up so I can put you where you need to be, and then you can just be great. It's almost time to start deadheading already. Already, child. I just replanted that there. So I do have my, my violas in the corners. Um, Bradford pear leaves be triggering me. But yeah, these are gonna be my pea beds, but the peas haven't popped. This is where I put these other 2, 3. And a mushroom popped up. Tree color here, I have one here, and I have one there. I'll probably wind up chopping those back for the winter, and then putting something over the top of them just for that season. Here's my brick bed. You can see the birds have been over here. Because they always leave souvenirs to let me know. And that's cool because you can see what I do. When I see the souvenirs, boom, boom, I put Yeezy on security duty. Here's a collard. I'm pretty sure this is Swiss chard, but I'm thinking that I'm just gonna grow my perpetual spinach. You know what? I think I'm gonna grow a couple of shards too. I feel like something came up back here, right here. See where all this is dug up? I feel like something popped up, but the animals dug it up, whatever it was. So, yeah. These are mustard greens. I'm pretty sure either mustard greens or bok choy. If they're mustard greens, they're from a mesclun mix for salads. And yeah, this is clearly collard. I might take this one up onto the deck. In fact, do I want to put my other 2 collards out here? It's something to think about, but I better think fast, right? There's mommy's baby boy. Oh, so handsome. You're so handsome. Mommy's boy is so handsome. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. I know.